So, institutional quality is the hallmark of a good public administration and therefore necessary for strengthening of the process of democracy.
Yes.
Can you give me a snapshot view of the recommendations and to what extent they have been implemented of the ARC1 and ARC2?
Yes, sir. So, one important recommendation of ARC1 that I can recall is the establishment of Lokpal and Lokayukta at the center and state levels respectively. And with respect to its implementation, I think it has been implemented in letter properly. It has been implemented with the coming of the 2013 Act, but in spirit, I think it still needs improvement because as we can see that conviction of cases and even the registering of cases has not been that remarkable as the parliamentary panel report on Lokpal recently suggested. And with respect to ARC2, one important recommendation with respect to an institutional body was the reforming of the appointment process of the Election Commission. And with respect to that, they suggested a multi-panel appointment, a multi-member appointment of the election commissions.
So that has not been achieved as yet.
So that recently Supreme Court has also nudged...
The court has said.
Yes, sir. It has nudged the government of the day to do it. So it is yet to be done.
Okay. So we find that recommendations are there,
yes,
but there is reluctance to, as far as implementation is concerned, because first ARC, it's such a a recommendation of far-reaching consequences. It has taken so long.
Yes.
Okay. So India is an over-regulated and under-governed country. Will it be correct to say this?
No, sir. So, I think India is, I do agree that India is over-regulated in some aspects, but...
Which are the aspects?
So, for example, with respect to law and order, police is still very much visible as our ultimate aim should be that police should become so invisible that people are governing themselves and not just police has to come each and every time in order to govern them, and over-regulation even in the sense that how police is regulating them.
But is that true? As far as Delhi is concerned, you hardly find a cop on the streets.
Yes, sir. So that...
They're not visible anywhere. They are invisible, really.
Yes, sir. So I was trying to make the point of the custodial tortures. That is kind of an over-regulation by police.
Well, no, over-regulation is that regulation for everything.
Yes, sir.
What would be the size of spit-on if you read that 70 policies and Gautam Chikarmane's, interviews pursuant to that? He has pointed out what kind of regulations came into being after independence.
Yes.
To the extent that, the size of spit-on was also defined.
Yes.
That is over-regulation.
Yes.
Okay. And as far as governance is concerned, what is your comment?
Sir, governance...
Are we well governed?
Sir, ever since independence, I think we are only improving in the governance aspect. As we can see that minimum government and maximum governance is the agenda of the present government also. So,
was your earlier statement correct, which
no,
you corrected?
Sir, it was a mistake.
Okay, thank you.
India and China have similar assets and liabilities. Similar population, resources, huge country, and all that. Yet China has stolen a march over India in economic development. Why?
Yes, sir. So there are several reasons to it that China followed really aggressive policies when it came to economic development, and even, for example, I would quote agricultural sector. It followed quite aggressive policies. And because of that, and in terms of population management also, it was really regulative and aggressive, as the one-child policy we could see China had implemented. So India, being a democracy, cannot over-regulate citizens and impose such curbs to that extent as China has done. And it won't even be correct to follow this kind of development, I believe. And that's why China has been way ahead in terms of quantitative development. But yes, India is also doing in terms of the quality of development, however slow it is coming